Today the 18th.
Hey, Barb.
Are these even local?
County people.
What? Yes. Okay. I don't know, but it'll be who's the mayor going to send it to?
Who's that a what?
Who are you going to?
All right. Good evening, everyone. It is 6 o'clock, and I'll call the 16th regular Common Council meeting to order. Will the clerk state the quote of the evening?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. If everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself.
Thank you, clerk. Will the clerk call the roll?
Alderperson Ackley. Here. Alderperson Decker.
Here.
Alderperson Feldy.
Here.
Alderperson Flicky-Pineski.
Excused.
Alderperson Heidemann.
Excused.
Alderperson Mitchell.
Here.
Alderperson Perella.
Excused.
Alderperson Ramey.
Here.
Alderperson Rust.
Present.
Alderperson Salazar.
Here.
There are 7 present.
All right, thanks. If everyone could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Alder Decker, what's the privilege of your motion for the minutes?
I move to approve the minutes from the 15th regular council meeting held on November 6, 2023.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor of approval of the minutes state aye.
Aye.
Any objection? Minutes are approved. Next, appointments, city attorney.
Thank you. Pursuant to Section 2-550B of the Sheboygan Municipal Code relating to the position of the Director of Human Resources and Labor Relations, the Mayor and the City Administrator hereby recommend that Kelly Hendy be appointed as the Director of Human Resources and Labor Relations for the City of Sheboygan effective December 5th, 2023.
All right, that will lay over till our next meeting. City Clerk, anyone for a public forum tonight?
No one this evening.
Thank you. Just a few
I
quick.
hate that.
Just a few quick notes for mayor's announcements this evening. So just want to just highlight a few key signature community events this coming holiday weekend. This Saturday is the annual Hmong New Year celebration, which will kick off at North High School at 9:30 a.m. The holiday parade.
Seven ayes.
All right, those items are approved. Next, we'll jump into reports of officers. Item 23 and 24 will be referred to the respective committees. Next, item 25, RO number 73, 23, 24, by the city clerk submitting a ballot from the United States Department of Agriculture Farm Service Agency requesting that the city of Sheboygan vote for a candidate to serve on the Sheboygan County Farm Services Agency Committee. Alder Decker.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to file the RO and direct the mayor to cast a vote for, after doing due diligence.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Seven ayes.
That item is approved. Okay. All right, sounds good. So,
Yeah, 26, the proper motion would be to file based on what you did.
perfect. All right. Item 26, resolution number 95-23-24 by Alderpersons Decker and Salazar, authorizing the appropriate city officials to cast an official ballot for the Sheboygan County representative of the Farm Service Agenda Committee. Alder Decker.
Thank you, Mayor. I ask to suspend the rules.
Second.
So based on council, we just The motion superseded this, so we're looking for a recommendation to accept and file.
Make a motion.
Not even to accept, just to file.
Just to file.
Oh, make a motion to file.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on filing this document? Seeing none, all those in favor, this is a roll call vote.
Seven ayes.
That item is approved. Items 27 through 34 will be sent to their respective committees. Hopping down to item 35, report of committees, RC number 132-23-24 by the Finance and Personnel Committee, to whom was referred resolution number 88-23-24 by Alderpersons Mitchell and Flicky-Pineski, authorizing the appropriate city officials to enter into an intergovernmental cooperative agreement with the Sheboygan County for sales tax revenue sharing for transportation infrastructure and maintenance. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to receive the RC and adopt the resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? All right, seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Seven ayes.
That item is approved. Item 36, RC number 133-23-24 by the Finance and Personnel Committee, to whom was referred resolution number 92-23-24 by Alderpersons Mitchell and Flicky-Pineski, authorizing the sale of city parking lot number 3 located at 821 Niagara Avenue to Trinity Evangelical Lutheran Church. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to receive the RC and adopt the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Alder Decker.
I would recommend that we hold this, just after getting communications from the people from the Wild Center. That's what they've asked that we do, and I would recommend that we hold this.
City Attorney?
So here's the issue with holding it. If you hold it, then you're in essence preventing it from happening, because it's likely that you're going to go past the closing date. I recognize that there is some concern from the folks at the Wild Center about this sale. However, part of the resolution you are approving requires that in order for the sale to take place, there must be an agreement between the parties. So by your approving it today, you're not actually finalizing the sale today. What you're doing is allowing for the sale to occur if the contingencies in the document are met, and the contingency here that remains would be an agreement between the Wild Center and Trinity. So unless the Wild Center agrees to something, this sale is not going to go through, even if you vote it up today. Whereas if you vote it down, or if you hold it, you could prevent the sale from going through, even if at some point they make an agreement to allow the sale to go through.
So Alder Decker?
Just, well, I guess I just don't feel comfortable with this right now. We've, this agreement was that we were at the Transportation Committee 3 weeks ago, and there still hasn't been a resolution between these two parties. So I just don't feel comfortable supporting this at this time. So I would either hold it or vote it down is my preference.
So just, are you making a motion to hold it?
I'll make a motion to hold.
Okay, and then is there a specified time?
Hold till the next council.
Okay, so there's been a motion to hold till the next council meeting. Is there a second on that?
Second.
There's been a second. Any discussion on holding this document? Alder Mitchell.
I guess, just from my perspective, it's not necessarily the city that is doing the mediation directly involved in ensuring there is an agreement. If the city's interest is making sure that all the neighbors, so the Wild Center and Trinity, are at agreement before the parking lot is sold, then we can't, Trinity can move forward with whatever plans they'll have in the future. To me, that is already covered in the clause in the offer to purchase, so I will be voting against holding.
Thank you, Alder Mitchell. Anyone else wishing to speak on this document for holding? Alder Salzar.
This is for the city attorney. If we hold it over through the next council meeting, will they, after that next council meeting, then the agreement can't move forward, or are we?
So the agreement cannot move forward. None of the things that need to happen can move forward until you approve it. If you approve it here today, all that changes is that once the parties come to an agreement, once the Wiles Center and Trinity come to an agreement, there can be a closing. If you hold it, we can't do any of that process. Yeah.
And if they don't come to an agreement, let's say we're 3 months from now, they haven't come to an agreement, then what happens to this?
It's not even 3 months from now. If you get to December or whatever date it is in the agreement, and they haven't come to an agreement, the agreement is moot and it dies. So you could approve it today. That doesn't mean this thing is going to close.
There is a date on here.
Yes, there's a date on the offer to purchase by which closing must occur.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you can talk one more time. Alder Decker?
Okay. I guess my concern about this is, like I said, the Wiles Center definitely, from the email that I've gotten, from discussions that I've talked to them, they don't feel comfortable with this at all right now. And I just don't feel comfortable even putting it forward until I mean, they've had 3 weeks now since this and still has nothing's moved. So I guess I'm still opposed to it, so.
Okay. So the item on the floor still is to hold this document. Any further discussion? All right, seeing none, this is a roll call vote. So the motion on the table is to hold item 36
We're voting to hold it.
Yes.
until the next council meeting.
Four ayes, 3 noes.
All right, that item will be held till our next council meeting. Next, item 37, the Finance Committee regarding Resolution Number 93-2324 by Alderpersons Mitchell and Flicky-Pineski, authorizing the submittal of a substantial amendment to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development Community Development Block Grants Program for 2023 Annual Action Plan. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to discharge the Finance and Personnel Committee of Resolution Number 93-2324.
All right, there's been a motion to discharge from committee, and there's a second. Any discussion on discharging the motion? Seeing none. All those in favor of discharging the motion, this is a roll call vote.
Seven ayes.
All right, that motion has been discharged. Thus jumping us to number 38, resolution number 93-2324 by Alderpersons Mitchell and Flicky-Pineski, authorizing the submittal of a substantial amendment to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development Community Development Block Grant Program for the 2023 Annual Action Plan. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I would defer to the city attorney for advice on whether this resolution needs adoption or filing.
This would be adopted if that's what you choose to do, yes.
In that case, I move to adopt the resolution.
All right, there's been a motion to adopt. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? All right, seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Seven ayes.
All right, that item is approved. All right. Number 39, motion to discharge by the Finance Personnel Committee regarding RO number 702324 by Director of Planning and Development submitting the 2022 Consolidated Annual Performance Evaluation Report. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to discharge Finance and Personnel Committee of RO number 702324.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on discharging? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Seven ayes.
All right, that item is approved. Item 40, RO number 702324 by the Planning and Development Director submitting the 2022 Consolidated Annual Performance Evaluation Report for the purpose of presentation and public hearing to be held on November 13th, 2023. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I believe it is safe to move to file on this one.
Accept and file might be the best.
I move to accept and file.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote as well.
Seven ayes.
All right, that item is approved. All right, items 41 and 42 will be referred to, items 41 through 44 will be referred to the respective committees. We have exhausted the agenda. Alder Decker?
Thank you, Mayor. I make a motion to adjourn.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Aye. All right, we're adjourned at 6:16.